Hey everyone, it's JP and I've got another little tutorial for you. This one's a shorter one than my last one, which was a little bit of a bigger project. So if you're looking for something quick and easy to do that you can do probably in an evening, maybe a couple hours while watching TV, this is a great project. So I've got, these are earrings, and what you're going to need are, you can use whatever 4mm bead you have. So I'm using a 4x3 or 3x4 rondelle. I always forget the nomenclature. But these are rondelles, but you can also use bicones or fire polish or rounds, whatever you've got. You'll need a pearl or something for the center bead. So this is what I'm using in the center is my pearls. I mean, you can do the whole thing with pearls. So instead of using, two different bead types, just use pearls. 11s. Over here, so this particular one are my Tohos, or 11s, and these are galvanized rose gold permanent finish is what these are called. And of course, you'll need some superduos. So you'll need a total of 16 superduos to make the pair, and they're just called bronze. I bought this tube from Michael's, so in case you're wondering, this is what it is. So use my 20% off coupon. And I just like having these pretty multicolored metallic ones. Alright, so and of course 6-pound fireline. So here's my crystal fireline that I use, 6-pound. That is a 6 under there. And some ear wires or whatever type of, ear wires that you use is what you'll need. So let's get started. Okay, so to start off this tutorial, what you're going to do is pick up an 11, then 2 superduos together, an 11 and 2 superduos, and you're going to do this until you've got 8 superduos and 4 11s on your thread. Then go ahead and take your thread and you're just going to tie a knot. Just like so, so you'll get a nice open ring like this. Then go ahead and take your needle and go through the superduos. And this is what you should get. So what I'm going to do is now go ahead and reinforce the ring. So go back through all of the beads one more time. And so now once I've done that, I'm just going to go forward. So this is where I started basically, so right by these superduos. And I'm just going to go past the superduos and come out of that 11 that's after them. Alright, so when I come out of this 11, here's what I've got. So I'm coming out of the 11, and I'm going to pick up my 4mm pearl. You can use whatever 4mm you have, as I said earlier. It's going to go in the center. So pay attention to the direction that your thread is going in. So my thread here is going right to left. So I'm going to go direct to the 11 directly across, and I'm going to go left to right. And that one, just the 11. And so what this is going to do is the 4mm of my pearl is going to pop right in. I'm going to go back through the pearl again. Alright, so now this should be secure, and you can go back through it again if you want, but to finish this off, now as you remember what I said earlier, the thread, when it was going in the seed bead, it was going from right to left. So you want to do the same thing again. You want to go through this 11 from right to left, and what that does is it keeps this whole thing even. So we started this way, we went into the pearl, then we went that way, then back through the pearl, and then back way. So it's a loop for those 3 beads, essentially. And that will help keep this nice and even and straight. Now go ahead and continue into the 2 superduos. I'm going to flip the work, and then I'm going to switch into the second hole of the superduo here. Now where these two superduos are together, I'm going to put, because the gap is smaller, I'm putting an 11. Then where the gap is bigger and between the superduos, because there's an 11 in between, I'm going to put my rondelle. And then you're just going to alternate. So now back again, these two superduos are together, there's nothing between them, so there's an 11 that goes there. And then here, and I'm going to go ahead and trim this first before we do anything else. I'm going to grab my thread zapper. All right. Oop. There we go. So now here again, the gap is bigger, so pick up that rondelle and go into the next superduo. And then again, 11, smaller gap. And now back to rondelle. And then the 11. And of course, we're back to the rondelle. So go ahead and go through the superduo, the 11, and then this other superduo. So this is what you should get. Now, excuse me, you're going to pick up 5 11s, and you're going to skip over the rondelle and just go into the superduo here. And you can continue through until you come out of the second superduo. So if you saw, I went through the superduo and the 11. I'm going to go through this 11, or this superduo rather, again. And I'm going to repeat what I just did. I want to put some nice 11s around the rondelle. So once again, you're going to pick up 5. There's my 5, and I'm just going to go through these set of beads. As you can see, I went through the superduo and the 11. Now I'm going to go through this superduo to get myself in position to add more beads. And again, I'm going to go ahead and pick up 5. And once again, through the superduo and the 11. Go through this next superduo. And now 5 11s. Almost done, so we got a couple more things to do. So I went through the superduo, now I'm just going to continue through my 11 in the superduo. And I'm going to go through the first 3 beads. And one more. So you want to come out of the middle bead in this group of 5. Also, you want to keep the tension medium. You don't want to pull so tight that the loops don't sit over the beads. And if you're using a 4mm here, because you can use a 4mm, you may need to adjust and add maybe 6 seed beads that go around if it doesn't fit. So, because they're not completely vital, like the number isn't vital to the design completely, won't affect later steps is what I'm trying to say. So you can kind of change over the numbers. But now I want to pick up 4 11s, and I'm just going to go back through the middle of I go back through the middle seed bead. I can speak, I promise. And go through the first 11, pick up an 11, go into the next one. Pick up an 11, go into the next 11. And last time, pick up an 11 and go into the next 11 here. This is what you should get. Now what you're going to do is go into this next 11 there, so you're back where we started essentially. And then reinforce the whole thing one more time. And I've come all the way around, so all right, now I'm just gonna flip it this way. So I'm gonna come down these two 11s and go into the superduo. Then the 11 and the superduo. Now remember that the superduo is also connected to this rondelle, so I'm going to actually tie a half-inch knot between the superduo and the rondelle. So there's that thread bridge. Go into the rondelle now, and then the superduo and the 11 after that. And one more time, I'm going to go through the superduo, and then between this rondelle and superduo, I'm going to make another half-inch knot. So going underneath the thread bridge, and then through the loop, there's my half-inch. Go through the rondelle, then the superduo, and then the 11. And one more time, we're going to do the one last knot. So through the superduo, and again, just like we just did, I'm going to make another knot between the rondelle and the superduo. So just kind of get my needle under that thread bridge. And then there's the loop. Go through the loop, and you've got your knots. So now I'm just going to weave the thread away a little bit here. Essentially, we've gone all the way around. So, all right, there we are. Now I'll just trim. I've got my ear wire here, so I'm just gonna pop this through. This is a very French hook, I think it is. All right, they are done. So simple and easy, quick and fun, and again, hopefully, I think pretty little gifts to give out for the holiday season. So if you are, I like making things. I'm fortunate that many of my family like what I make, and so they like it when I make something and give it to them as a gift. So this is pretty cute. I hope this gives you some ideas of your own, and I'll see you next time.